Hello everybody, welcome back. This is the Maniac Guy coming to you again from up here in Maine. So I got a new little something to talk to you about. And basically what we've got, yeah I did it. I broke down and I bought one of those High Point carbines in 9mm. I know, High Point got a lot of mixed reviews from a lot of people, but I have yet to hear anybody say anything about their dependability. So I'm kind of giving you guys a little bit of a before look. This is the sights, just real quick, and get the little springy butt pad. So I'm just giving you guys a really quick before look, because what we're going to have in the next video is, or actually later in this video, we're going to splice it in, is going to be, I am not going to just buy this and leave it as it is. There's a few things that I'm going to want to do, and you guys will kind of see a new product, I think, in the very next video. Going to remove this sight, going to remove the front sight, going to replace this rail with a full milled monolithic rail from a company called Longshot. Going to take and replace this rail right here, and I'm going to put a new charging handle. So there's a few things I'm going to do. Probably do a little painting on this firearm as well. Alrighty, and through the magic of YouTube and filmography, thank you to my cameraman. Here we are, about 3 weeks later from the time when the initial part of this video was shot. And here we are sitting around the picnic table talking about the High Point. So as you can see, it's quite a bit different than it was the first time you guys saw it. Some of the things that have been added are the see-all sight, the paint that I've put on it. You can kind of see the paint scheme a little bit on the barrel. We've got a foregrip over here, a laser and light combo. I put side rails, one of these on each side. This is actually a monolithic solid piece top rail. Goes the whole length of the weapon, and it's aluminum, so it adds a bit of rigidity. I also put cheek pad on it over here. Kind of, not that it really needs it, it's a 9mm, but I did notice with the High Point here that the recoil does kind of seem to come just the way it's shaped right back into your face a little bit. Happily I've had, and this really helps, this zero. You feel that not at all after I put this on. It's a really kind of almost like a children's toy gel, and it's kind of comfortable when you start shooting it actually. So yeah, weapon is clear and does have that bolt lock to the rear feature on the last round hold open. So what do I have to say about this High Point? Well, how we doing? We centered up pretty good? Awesome. He's giving me the thumbs up. So what do I have to say about this High Point? I know, as I said in the first video, High Points have got a lot of mixed reviews. I myself have been on again, off again with wanting to purchase one for quite some time now. In years, actually. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the shooting sequence at the beginning of the video. I got a little ditty with the laser to kind of show you guys what that looks like. It's kind of neat. It even works really good in the daylight hours. Just puts out this kind of wild beam in the night hours and seems to hold its zero very, very well. So anyways, rabbit trail, back to the High Point. I'm actually really happy with this rifle. I've probably put 50, 100, about 150, coming up on 200 rounds of all different types. Really, really cheap stuff. Some of the little bit more expensive stuff by Browning and Federal. I even put some of the home defense loads through it, as you saw when I was shooting the milk jugs, and it cycles everything really well. The fit and finish, not really feeling like, say, a Beretta Storm or perhaps one of the new Ruger carbines. But guys, for what I paid for this rifle, you know, $280 I think with taxes included, you really can't beat that. I made this rifle. It's gone through a pretty good transformation. You can see the fit and finish isn't always the greatest. With this bolt handle, I decided to stay with the factory bolt handle. The rails are from a company called Longshot, and they actually are working great. If I didn't mention, I've got a aluminum bottom rail, runs about from here to here on that as well. I went through another company that I was very unhappy with for my bolt handle. It seized up in here, actually took some of the paint off, just didn't work well at all. So I just decided to stop playing with the aftermarket bolt handles and stick with this one. Things like you can see the bolt protruding from the bolt handle. You can just feel it. There's, you know, a little rattle in the weapon. Don't know if you can hear that, but with the magazine, there's a little rattle. I mean, this feels rather blocky when you're bringing that bolt back and forth. But you know, the more I shoot it, the more attached to it I get. It is a very accurate tool. I have nothing bad to say about the accuracy or the dependability of this weapon. So the High Point 995 TS is what this model number was, and I have to be honest with you, I really like these High Point 9mm carbines. I understand they've got them in 45 ACP, 10mm, and 40 S&W, as well as 380 now. I got to tell you, I carry a SIG for a 9mm for my EDC for a carry weapon. And so it kind of seemed logical to me, why not grab a 9 carbine? And I got to be honest, yeah, if you are on the fence or you're kind of wondering, gosh, should I get into one of these High Point 9s? I would say, yeah, if you're thinking about getting a High Point carbine, the fit and finish, don't expect it to run like a Cadillac, because it's more like a Ford Super Duty. It's just going to do the job. I've heard a couple people refer to them as kind of like running like a Soviet tank. If you're not a Ford guy, by the way, okay, maybe it's like a GMC or Chevy or whatever you get into. It's basically like an old school beater pickup truck, though. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, and it doesn't always work as smooth or as fast as some of the other ones out there, but it does work. And I really don't think you're going to find too many people that say anything different. The magazine release is a little uncomfortable to get to over here on this side. Just the way that I mean, the handle's a little blocky. But again, these are all just kind of fit and finish things, because the dependability of this tool is right on. The accuracy of this tool, again, is right on. Love the see all sight that I've got on here, by the way. It's a shoot, man, it just works awesome. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say to you about this. I did a paracord weave on this here, so it's got a little bit of paracord going on there. Just kind of decided to go with a gray. I'll do a tutorial at some point in the future, more than likely, about how I went about doing the is this focused on the barrel at all? How I went about doing the painting on this stuff. I did use like a Hunter specialty paint, so it's actually not just your stuff, you know, from your local hardware store. It is a heat resistant, oil resistant. It's made for duck boats, duck blinds, duck motors, things like that, you know, or motors on duck boats. So it's made as a hunting camo paint, and I've used this on several of my firearms and had it done for years, and it's impervious to whatever I do to the weapons, and it actually only develops character with time. So it's definitely not just a spray paint. So I'll likely do a tutorial on that at some point. And yeah, so what we're going to do is something a little different with the end of this video. We're going to have some close-ups on this rifle. We'll have some music going for you, so please feel free to sit back, watch the pictures at the end of the video, and I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. It was really great to have you guys along, and to have you guys be able to sit in for a minute at the picnic table to kind of watch us doing a little bit of shooting. And yeah, feel free to leave any comments, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. So we sure enjoyed putting it together for you. All right, so from the Maniac Guy up here in Maine, have a good one. Until next time.